Redditors who were born at a very young age. What is your story? Not me personally, but a friend of mine was born on his birthday. Is he okay? Any lasting trauma? Crazy. I knew a guy who was the youngest person in the world when he was born. That happened. I remember when I was applying for a job as a fashion editor, they asked me what made me get into fashion. I didn't know what to say, so I said, I've been putting on clothes since I can remember. Both the interviewer and I started cracking up. I got that job. Lol, that's hilarious. Why do you want this job? I've always been passionate about not starving to death. To be honest with you, it was pretty rough. I couldn't talk, so I had a real tough time expressing myself. It got so frustrating I'd just cry and cry. Sometimes my mom or dad would be there for me. Then they'd cover their face and completely disappear from my world. Also, I could not stop pooping myself, so no one respected me. Consequently, they kept treating me like a baby. I happened to be born extremely young. In fact, I also happen to have been the youngest person on the planet, even if only for a very short period of time. Presumably, we should all get a Guinness World Record for having been the youngest person at one point. Hey, Michael V. Sauce here. I'm aiming to become the world's oldest person. So far it's going well and a lot of my opposition are dying off on a daily basis. I was born naked. That's so embarrassing. How does someone dare to show naked to an event as important as their own birth? What a pleb. Me, being a Norwegian, was born with skis on my feet and a rucksack on my back. I was so shocked, I couldn't speak for a year. Well, same, but I was also so shocked I couldn't walk for 8 months. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Dude, if you ever need to talk about things, just message me. Amateur. In my family, the youngest child raises the other children. I've been raising children since I was a baby. After I was born, I started to age quickly, with about 1 second per second. Every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. I'm aging 365 days a year. Sometimes even 366. That went from 0 to 1 real quick. A maniac in blue clothes pulled me off and slapped me. Interesting. So tell us, what happened when you were born? You usually have to pay extra for that. Oh my god. The Maniac pulled you off? Right after my birth, I slowly started dying. Dang, dude, that sucks. Sad face. You create more cells than cells that are dying until about age 23-ish. At which point more cells die than are created. So, you don't actually start dying until you're an adult. It all started on the day of my birth. My parents didn't show up. Edit. This blew up. Thank you all. Laughing face. Doofenshmirtz Evil Inc. Copyright. I have a theory. Doof is from East Germany. But have you ever lost that train? When my mother was pregnant with me, they did an ultrasound and found she was having twins. When they did another ultrasound a few weeks later, they discovered that I had absorbed the other fetus. Do I regret this? No. I believe his tissue has made me stronger. I now have the strength of a grown man and a little baby. Dwight. Thanks, Dwight. Our unexpected office. Clearly I was very sick. I mean, I was born in hospital. D-man, I hope you're better now. S. Did you survive? Me. Lets myself in but forgets to close the door behind me. Grandma. Hey. Close the door. What were you? Born in a barn. Quote. Me. No, I was born in the hospital. They had automatic doors. Grandma slaps me upside the head. To be honest, I've suppressed nearly every memory of the early period, but my parents tell me I avoided most activities, refused to speak, and spent much of my time crying. Big deal, I do that now. Some things never change. Sounds like my sex life. I was born at a very young age, the youngest age anyone has seen. People say it was the greatest, youngest birth ever. It was young and beautiful. Great age. Tremendous age. And you know, a lot of people have ages. My people told me these people. Many people have ages. But we have such great ages, folks. I'll tell ya. Fake news. I was born at an extremely young age. Then it went downhill from there. The first 10 million years were the worst. And the second 10 million years, they were the worst too. The third 10 million I didn't enjoy at all. After that I went into a bit of a decline. In the beginning the universe was created. This has made a lot of people very angry and been widely regarded as a bad move. I was born at 0 years old. Beat that. Wait, you were born when you were 0, too? I thought I was the only one. I was born at -2 weeks. Beat that XD. I was unborn. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Beat that. Don't remind me. It was a very difficult time of my life and thus I am trying to get over it. Edit. Some people are messaging me that they are sorry and I really appreciate that. But my answer is a joke just like the question. Yes. This post should contain a trigger warning. My apologies. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I hope life is better now. Greater than. This question and all these comments have me over here giggling to myself. Glad I was able to make a few people laugh. Not sure if this counts, but at age 6 I was born without a face. I was born with a full head of teeth. Oh yeah? Well, I came out a pussy drawing Mozart. I was waiting for it, LMAO. Well, I get this is supposed to be a funny one. I actually was born at a very young age, 3 months premature. In 1987, a 3-month premature baby was a pretty dicey situation. My parents allowed the doctors to do some lung treatments that at the time were still very new. I spent a long time in an incubator and had a feeding tube. The scar makes it look like I have 2 belly buttons, which I used to think was super neat when I was a kid. All in all, I turned out fine. I have 2 kids of my own who were born healthy and on time. I guess I just wanted to share my somewhat serious story on this otherwise lighthearted thread just in case any other parents of preemies happen to read. Even if your baby is born at a very young age, there is hope that everything can be okay.